Hey folks, I'm back with another review of my 2021 Trail Series Outdoors RV 24 TRX. I've had this since 2021, bought it in March. And I am at about 14,000 miles, I think I've put on this thing. A little dirty right now. I actually do keep it a lot cleaner than this, but I just got back up to a great little Airbnb up here in the Mission Valley, just south of Flathead Lake. Staying at an Airbnb, doing a little bit of going through on my trailer, and I figured it's a good time to do a long-term review. Other than, it's a little dirty, I've done some traveling, and like I said, I'm at 14,000 miles, and that includes going back into Forest Service, doing some really extended off-grid camping. It has held up wonderfully. I have kept my wheel covers on. Every time I park this thing, my wheels stay covered. The tires are looking good. They've been off on dirt roads, gravel roads. There's still a pretty good tread left on them, but I do keep them covered. The suspension, I have serviced probably 5 times since I've owned it. I do it like twice a year, maybe more. I've bent the top of the ladder when I was in Colorado a year or so ago. I was able to get a replacement ladder for about $400. I happened to be down close to LA, Long Beach at the time, so I was able to go to the manufacturer and actually get the ladder. The shipping would have cost the price of the ladder, so I was there, I picked it up, I installed it, and it's perfect. Yeah, other than being a little dirty, this thing trailers fine. It trailers well. Still using the same truck. As you may or may not know, these are very tongue heavy. So when you get weight toward the back in the bay back there, your tongue weight tends to reduce itself a little. But otherwise, yeah, even with a 3/4 ton, I've actually added that Kurt extra duty hitch, and I am running airbags, and they're just helper bags. They've been on since 2021 as well, and they just stabilize the truck and they keep it riding level, and the whole trailer basically rides level. It with the equalizer hitch, with that on the truck, and then my 2 bars, it trailers amazing. It's very, very smooth. It's very easy to pull. At any rate, I've serviced my generator like 4 times since I've owned it. I do run this, not as much as you'd think. I think I've only got like 700 hours on it, or I don't even know if that, but I do only run that several hours at a time. With the large capacity tank, yeah, it lasts a long time, the fuel. Anyway, yeah, gosh, nothing's been giving me problems. I've had to change the fuse for the air compressor a couple times because I think it was just, I turned it on let's see. I turned it on while while the truck was running. I can't remember. There was something. I just make sure everything is unplugged when I run it because it just runs on 12 volts. And if I try to run it on 30 amp while I'm plugged in, for some reason it blows the fuse. So I only operate that air compressor when I'm not hooked up to shore power. So one thing, and this is the downfall, probably the biggest issue I've really had with this is the sliding glass doors that are behind the tailgate, which actually drops into a deck, as you may know, and it is the ramp as well. But there are sliding glass folding doors. The doors themselves are very sturdy, but the way the sliding mechanisms and the opening and closing mechanisms on them, they're held in by these little self-tapping screws, and I have had to continuously tighten them during my ownership. Now it's at the point where the runners and the sliders that used to open and close the doors, they're pretty much they're falling off of the doors themselves. And I have been in touch with the manufacturer. They answer the phone every time, and they do everything they can to help me. And I am at the point now where I have to replace the doors. I use them a lot. Like I said, here I am at 13,000 or 14,000 miles, and I am just now having to replace those doors. They're very easy to deal with. Let me see. They're very, I've pulled them out. It was not an issue at all. They've got a quick disconnect. So the doors are completely out, as you can see. They hinge onto this end, and all you do is just pull this little plate off, and you lean it out, and the whole doors, once they're folded up, you pull it out. And basically I just took them down to the dealer. The manufacturer, Outdoors RV Manufacturing, is going to replace them. And God, I mean, I can't say enough for Outdoors RV Manufacturing. And once again, what a great company. And for this type of an investment, and I live in this full time. I do park it at times and travel and go stay with friends, but I live in it full time. I don't bang it up. I'm not slamming stuff around. I treat it well, and I do keep it clean. Everything is working as it should. Of all the roads that I've gone down, and the off camber roads, and through mud puddles, and everything is just still working great, except for the doors. The doors are, I'm going to have to replace those. I can't get them to work as good as they're supposed to. So anyway, that's my long-term review. Let's see. I've met a bunch of you out on the highway. I've had people come up and recognize me, and most of them are in Outdoors RV Manufacturing trailers. So if I made a good impression, I mean, that makes me feel good. And everybody's really usually excited to share their experience. I am probably going to sell this probably the end of this season or the beginning of next season, and I'm probably going to sell this, my motorcycle, and I am going to move to the coast and buy a sailboat, and I'm going to build a boat or work on a boat and get my boat ready, and I'm going to go back to the water. So this will be for sale very soon. Like I said, it's been a joy. I love it. Everything works. Everything works fine. I cook in it. I don't go out to eat much. I cook. I bake. The refrigerator keeps the food in good shape. The heater works. The furnace and everything. I've cleaned the filters in the AC. The AC works great. You know, it's easily ventilated, and I love the feature with the door that when I can fold this down and have a view of the mountains. Here, maybe I can do it here. Let me see. I have a nice view of the mountains. Let me try and get okay. Look at that. I mean, I'm going to have a view of the mountains here, but I mean, right now, like I said, the doors are gone. And let's see. I'll go back in here. There. But being able to set this up and have a view is great. Look, I mean, here it is. Yeah. Sit here, look at the mountains, look at the deserts, and having all this headroom and all this space in here is amazing, and no slide outs. I'm sure we all have stories about slide outs, but yeah, you can't go wrong. Great company. I'm pretty excited. I'm glad I made this purchase. And if you're looking for an RV and you can find these, they haven't really changed much over the last few years, last 2 or 3 years. You know, you're going to pay a premium for them, but they are an outstanding value. They're very well made. And, you know, as long as you're not super hard on things, if you're the type of person that beats things up and, you know, it doesn't have presence of mind enough to take care of it, you know, you may be surprised it'll last. But other than that, the more you take care of it, the better the more value it'll retain. Yeah, everything's good. If you're ever up and going to hang out at Flathead Lake, you may want to come and check out this great little Airbnb. It's actually not little, it's very big. And if you want to have like a reunion or a party, come check out the what's it called, the Mountain View House. And you can find it if you search around Polson, but you get a great view of the Mission Mountains, at least the northern end. If you go further south out here, down toward Ronan and St. Ignatius, mountains get quite a bit bigger. So, but yeah, here it is, June 2023, and it's gorgeous. So go ahead and send any comments you want to the channel. Next time you see me, I'll probably be starting a sailboat channel. But in the meantime, you know, have a good one, folks. We'll talk to you soon.